Hi guys and hello to everyone. Today I would like to talk about the hips because sometimes the hip flexors which are responsible to lift the leg are sometimes from sitting from home office and not moving that much, which is normal right now in this time, just to relax it, release it, mobilize and stretch it. Okay? I don't want to talk too much. Let's start. So you lie on your back. Make sure you're more or less in the center of the mat because extend your right leg and pull your left leg with your two hands towards each other. And just try to feel that stretch. Like I have the feeling the knee wants to come to my shoulder, my left knee, and the right leg is trying to extend in the opposite direction. So you create a little bit of activity, but you will feel a nice stretch in your right hip. We stay for 1 second longer here, and from there I would like you to circle with your arms or with your hands the thigh or the leg in the hips. So it feels like, well, I'm just comparing this one with like stirring the pot. Imagine, sometimes I imagine that the thigh is a spoon and your hip is a bowl or a pot, and then you want to stir that. The important part is that you do it with your arms. So forget about the legs, the muscles of the legs. Try to do it with your hands and with your arms. And let's go from here directly into the opposite direction. It's just a little circle. But make sure that you relax your hip flexors, your hip muscles, your arms are moving your leg. Let's do one last circle. Good. And from there, you just open the knee to the side and bring it back. And make sure that the opposite hip stays where it is, because otherwise you have a less of a stretch if you move that hip. So try to anchor the right hip into the floor, into the mat. And then when you reach your maximum, that's enough for today. So you feel inner thigh stretch, also a little bit your right hip, and close. And then we do this one last time. And good. And now you bring your right hand on the outside of your left knee and open your left arm to the side, just to anchor yourself into the mat. And then you push slightly with your hand on the outside of your left knee and overcross it. This time you can lift your left part of your hips and bring them back. So this is also little mobility work for your spine. You feel a nice stretch in your left glutes. Make sure that you don't overdo it and just start gently. And then with each repetition, you can go a little further into this mobility work and up. And for me, always less is more. Because, for example, if that's already pretty painful stretching wise, then do it small. And maybe try to do this tomorrow again. And then maybe you go a little more. And this time, this is the last time, and come back completely. Now we bring the two hands behind your knee, and from there you just try to keep your thigh where it is, and you extend your leg as much as you can, and you bend. That's it. Just extend, and if it doesn't extend all the way, that's okay, it's fine. Also, if you have your leg here and extend it there, it doesn't have to be next to your ear. It just, for me, it's comfortable here. So you feel that your hamstrings are getting a stretch and your thighs are working. Just a little bit of activity work too. And then last time we stay there. Again, you don't have to extend the leg all the way, just flex and point. Start again slow and point and flex your foot. I mean, slow, of course, but also maybe with the smaller range of motion first, and then you try to increase that. So you feel also a nice stretch on the back of your left leg. And it should be a gentle stretch. If it's too much, if it's hot, or a great indicator for if the stretch is too much is if you stop breathing. And last time. And good. From here, let's do a little test. I like this. This is a funny test. Just bring the left leg all the way down and place it next to your right leg. And please tell me now, or have a look, which leg feels longer? To me, it's the leg we stretch. And I just have a look up, but they look the same. So what happened? We just released it. So that's why I also have the feeling my left hip is a little bit more relaxed than my right hip, which is a good point. Let's go to the other side. So pull your right knee with your two hands towards you and just also start feeling this stretch on this side. Again, I just remind you again, it's not about how much you can pull your knee or how much you can stretch. It's about to release. Moving without tension, called mobility work. Good. Also from here we start the little circles and make sure here that your arms are moving the leg and the leg is having a little pause. So maybe you feel also a little bit of arm work. This is a great point. Mobilizing, relaxing your hips and having some arm work at the same time. That's a great combo. And let's do the opposite direction. Circle. And just try to relax your hips, your brain, neck and jaw relaxed. Also very important. Good. From there, we just open the knee to the side and bring it back. Make sure you only open your knee or your leg to the side as far as your left hip stays where it is. And if you open your leg just a little bit, that's fine. That's enough. Each hip is different and everyone has a different hip mobility. It doesn't mean that it's good or bad. It's just the way our body is. And it's important to respect your own anatomy, your own possibilities. Good. There from here, I just bring the left hand on the outside of my right knee, open the arm to the side just to anchor or have a little counterweight, because I press slightly with my hand on the outside of my right knee and cross it over. And maybe also the first repetition a little smaller, and then release. And also here, use the strength of your arm, of your hand, to push the knee over and up. So we try to create some length, which is always for me important to work in the length of the muscle. And release. And then we have that one last time. Up. And back. Good. From there, bring your hands behind your knee and just extend and bend the leg. You don't have to extend it all the way, only until the moment where it's comfortable for you. Good. And one last time, keep your legs extended and we point and flex the foot up. Also from here, last time. Good. And bring your leg down and just lie there for 1 second and just relax your legs, relax your hips, and hopefully now the legs feel exactly the same. Yeah. Let me check 1 second. Yeah, it feels pretty relaxed now, because before the hips were a little bit after one side, a little bit crooked, but now that's fine. Okay, that's already hip mobility work, and let's see, or maybe next week we can look a little bit for hip stretchers. But first we have to release it, to mobilize it, then we can stretch it, and then we can strengthen it, because then we have a nice relaxed long hip, and this is what we want. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I hope your hips are relaxed. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye.